Hello, everyone. This is Gretchen, and I'm with the Global Green Burial Alliance, and I'm back with a Digging Deeper episode. And today I'm with Dave Trump, who is with Nia Emberly Memorial Jewelry. And I found them online on the Modern Morticians great social media site and on Facebook. And I was really intrigued with their memorial jewelry because it comes from cremains and it was inspired by Dave's dog, Rooney, I believe the name is. So that really got me wanting to talk to him because I just really love when our doggies inspire us to do things in life because their lives are so meaningful to us. So welcome,
Absolutely.
Dave, and tell us about your dog and then tell us about your business.
Rudy was probably my soul dog, or I think Pullman might call him my daemon or demon. But
Mhm.
he was I've had dogs all my life, but Rudy was we were close. He was a great
Yeah,
companion. He's the best dog I've ever known.
you're familiar.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. I know.
Yeah. And Rudy passed away, unfortunately, a couple of years ago, and I was not prepared for that. It was the first time I've ever had to deal with that level of grief and just being completely overwhelmed by it all.
Yeah.
And I was desperate to find a way to keep him with me. And I found myself, even a month or two after he'd passed, I would still be going on our old walks and carrying his leash with me, wishing he was still there.
Mhm.
And on one of those walks, the idea for solidified cremains as memorial jewelry kind of came to me.
Mhm.
And then I got home later that day, and there was an episode on Shark Tank for Parting Stone. And I
Mhm.
thought their solidification method was brilliant. And I was
Mhm.
looking at Rudy's ashes up on the shelf at the time, and I was thinking that the Parting Stones collection of stones is a beautiful concept, but I didn't want him on the mantle. I wanted to find a way to keep him with me.
Yeah.
So I figured that we could figure out a way to create our own solidification formula and then turn those solidified remains into memorial jewelry so that I could take him with me on more walks and more adventures, and he could always be with me.
Yeah. Oh, he must have really meant a lot to you.
He
I,
did. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I went through a few doggy loss, but because I've had dogs all my life, but the most recent one always seems like the worst loss, even though the one before that was just as terrible, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Very true.
yeah, it's so hard. It's more hard than you ever think it's going to be until you actually go through it, and then
Yeah.
you can't believe it. You can't because
Yeah.
you think, well, it's a dog, but it's so much more. They know you better than we know ourselves a lot of times.
Yeah. Absolutely. Rudy was a great companion and a great friend.
Yeah. Do you have a piece of the jewelry on you right now, by any
I
chance?
do. Yep. So I have, is that focus?
Oh, yeah.
Into focus?
That's
That's Rudy
beautiful.
as a necklace.
Uh-huh.
And then does come into
Oh,
focus?
yeah, it does. It's
Yeah. So
coming
that's
in.
Rudy as a bracelet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really nice. You know what I like about that and parting stones too is it looks, even though it's a hard thing, it looks soft. It's
Yeah.
almost like when you touch it, it's like hard and soft at the same time too, which is an interesting thing.
Sure. I
Yeah.
think so. It certainly feels solid, but it
Mm-hmm.
also, from a more woo perspective, I guess, it
Yeah.
feels like there's something there. And
Yeah,
I
I
believe I
know.
can feel his presence.
Yeah, and well, even though I haven't touched your product, if I imagine it's a lot like parting stones. It's just you feel drawn to touching it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
really a neat thing that people are doing. So when I was looking at the at your website, and so Sebastian, he is the clay. So what's his part in this?
I found Sebastian about 2 years ago after Rudy had passed, and I'd come up with the idea to turn his remains into memorial jewelry. At
Mm-hmm.
that time, I knew that things like bone china in dinnerware existed, so I figured conceptually
Right.
what I was hoping to do was achievable, but I knew
Mm-hmm.
nothing about pottery. So I reached out to our local neighborhood clay studio, Viva Clay Works, and
Oh.
the owner there named KJ introduced me to Sebastian, and he
Mm-hmm.
had been exploring cremains as part of his journey into the world of ceramics for about a year before we met, but he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
sure how to actually apply that into a final product or what he was going to do with it.
Okay.
So once we met, we hit it off right away, and we spent 2 years trying to figure out how we could actually create our product. It took much longer than we thought, and the process was nothing like making bone china, but that was what
Yeah.
started.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how bone china is made, although I definitely prefer a bone china teacup because my grandmother was English and
Yeah,
if she ever saw my tea in anything but, she would say
yeah,
something. Along
absolutely.
with
It's not
leaving a
right.
teaspoon in my cup. Um, and it's the other thing I noticed on your website. So, so people, do you only work with funeral homes and veterinarians, or can people reach out to you personally?
Currently, we are available through our funeral home partners and our vet clinic partners, and
Uh-huh.
some grief counselors and doulas as well are partnering with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're fairly new though, so we don't have, I think we only have about 30 partners so far. So in
Right.
concept, people would have to go through their funeral home or vet clinic to work with us. But in practice right now, they're also able to message us directly, and we can we can connect them with one of our partners and
So
make sure
it
they get
almost it's like it keeps the work local, right?
it
As
keeps
a
the work,
partner.
yeah, it keeps the work local working with a partner, and it
Mm-hmm.
also ensures an airtight chain of custody when we're transferring their cremains,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Oh,
important to
mm-hmm.
us and a lot of our clients.
Mm-hmm.
And surprising bonus that I hadn't really considered being new to this space is our partners also liaise on our behalf and handle all the
Right.
communications, and that means they handle all the difficult conversations for us, which I appreciate. I don't know that I have their skill.
Yeah. No, because they can walk into the veterinarian office
Yep.
and, and their own vet even
Yep.
and say,
Yep.
hey, this is really great.
Yep.
So you're open. So another question, you're open to to pottery people, artists to reach out to you and partner up and then offer this to their local communities, right? Is that how
I
I,
had not considered that. Partnering with independent ceramicists to make our product is your idea.
yeah, yeah, that's what I
So
thought you meant.
we're not looking to do that on a large scale. We are looking to find the right partner in the US and another partner in the UK, and then we'll train them on our method, and they'll be taking care of manufacturing for us and
Got it.
handcrafting the
Okay.
pieces.
Okay.
Um, but no, we wouldn't be. I hadn't considered your idea. I'll give it some
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. I that's what I thought you meant, but maybe that was something.
No, that's a new
Yeah.
one for me. So we'll see where it ends up.
Yeah. Yeah. I know one of our colleagues on the committee, he's with Memorial Reefs, and I don't know if you know, but he has a big contract with a lot of veterinarians taking, because there's hundreds and hundreds of pounds of animal cremains, and he turns them into memorial reefs.
Very nice.
Yeah, so then he gets these from I guess the main veterinarian cremators and
Yep.
then turns them into, I think the family pays for it or something, but he's another person who might I'll share this with him. He might be
Please.
interested in
Yeah.
hooking up
How
with
is he incorporating the remains into the wreath?
he mixes it with marine concrete.
Okay.
And then they make these big balls. I think they're about 5 feet around or something, and they got holes in them. And then
Okay.
the fish and coral and everything attaches and it makes habitat within a few months.
That's a
So
beautiful idea.
yeah, it's a really great idea, and it's a nice idea for all these thousands of pounds of animal cremains that just go to the local landfill if something's not done with them. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
There's a lot of creative things we can do. So, like
Yes.
yours and what Steve's doing, and that's why I think it's so important to do these interviews and find out what's happening, what people are doing out there, and
Yeah. There's a lot of new companies and new ideas in the space right now.
yeah, because it's growing leaps
Yeah,
and
it
bounds.
definitely is. I think they're saying by 2040, effectively 100% of the Earth's population will be choosing cremation or something very close
Yeah,
to that. So
yeah.
yeah, a lot
Although
of,
I have to pipe in, I am a green burial girl.
yes.
I'm all about shrouded bodies in the grave, but I definitely think that carbon offset is important if you do get cremated. And I'm all about like memorialization, and I think it's so important to be able to touch and feel and have something like that. So I think what you're doing is really special. And
Thank you.
And also another company, just to let you know too, is Let Your Love Grow is a dog inspired company. They
Okay,
mix they mix a product in with cremains so that you can plant a tree. So it's
very
all
nice.
salt and, bad
Yeah,
chemicals that would actually kill a tree. But I love
yeah,
their company because also dog inspired. They had a little dog they loved and
yeah.
wanted
So
to do.
they've created a way to help the remains break down further, so they'll actually work with the soil as opposed to harm it.
Yes, they got involved with some scientists and created a super soil that works with the cremains
Yeah.
to make basically a super soil, like anything will grow in it.
That's
So
genius. One
yeah.
of the first connections we made at our first funeral home conference here in Alberta was
Hmm.
a lady named Amanda from a company called Awake here in Canada, and she
Hmm.
does the same thing. I'm not
Oh,
sure if she was the scientist behind it or if her partner was the scientist behind it, but they've done the same thing and developed a method to help cremated remains decompose in a way that actually benefits the soil as opposed to causing
oh,
it harm. And
that's
they're
great.
helping. Yeah, I thought it was a fascinating idea. And in my mind, when I first heard it, I was thinking, okay, I can use this to plant something in my yard or something like that. But
Yeah.
her approach is actually to go to the existing cemeteries who apparently are running out of space and help them repurpose some of that space by turning it into gardens that people can collectively share.
No, I love that idea.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
really smart.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her, find
Yep,
out what she's doing, because all of these things inspire others. We just,
absolutely.
yeah, support and feed off of each other and help families, which help grieving families and help the planet at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So Nia Emberly it's on there on social media, everyone, and their website is Nia Emberly. Let me look. Is it .com? Nia
.ca.
.ca because they're in Canada. So I really hope that some veterinarians and funeral homes become interested in this and offer it to their clients and families, and especially the veterinarian offices too. I think it's such a wonderful way to do something special with their loved ones' cremains. So thank you, David, for coming on and sharing your product. I'm going to share this and let people know you're out there.
Perfect.
And
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
yeah, and the holidays are coming, and I wish you the best rest of 2025.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, thank you, everybody, and take care and talk to you again soon.